Hey there, welcome back. So, getting ready to start day 2. We're going to find out if we're going to suffer because when I had a choice to move one of those markers, I could have moved the one that lets us draw 2 targets. So, we're going to see if I'm going to pay a price right now. All right, here we go. 1 target. Fighter airfield. Okay, this is a big target. We're going to bring 8 planes on this mission. We have to do 12 hits, but we are well prepared for this one, and we will do it properly. That's 1 bandit per turn. It's coming out. It's big, so that cancels the -1 penalty. It does say -1 stress. It's fixed, and for an overkill, we may choose to remove 3 bandits for the next target, if we can do 14 hits. All right, we get to bring 8 bad boys with us on this one. The people who did the last mission really hardly gained any stress. So, a couple of things to note. We do get to draw the sites first. We're going to get to move the recon by 1 and the infrastructure by 2, but not the intel. So let's do the sites first. 1, 1, 1, and 1. And then 1 in the middle. So we got a radar 1. This one on the bottom was a no sight. This one is a radar. Radar. And a jammer. Okay, so we got to kill the radars, the 3 radars. The jammer is not as much of an issue. It would have been if other stuff would have been with it, or if there's a plane with it. There's a temptation to come in from the right because the jammer doesn't hurt us. But if I come in from the right, the planes that are trying to meet me might be coming this way. So I'm probably better off coming from the south here, because this is clear. Gives us a little extra time. But as soon as I move here, I'm within 1 of this one. Then if I move here, I'm within 1 of those 2. And then if I move here, I'm within 1 of that. So we can make this work. And actually being with 1 of those 2 doesn't matter because that one can't shoot us. So, yeah. So then what you're doing is you're staging it so you're just near 1 at a time. So since you can only shoot 1 AGM-88 a turn, I'm just imagining 1 pilot having AGM-88 duty. And that pilot would be Stool. But let's see where we are on the map. This is target 7. Oops, my cord is cut. Hold on. Target 7, you can see, is right here. So it's in the 3rd band, which is weight point 2 penalty, stress of 3. That's a big weight point penalty. Because with the ECM pod, that's a 3 weight point penalty. We're going to have to bring some air-to-air specialists, but we have them. Remember, I brought 3 with us. Okay, so Stool still has a -3 to his air-to-ground. He has our Wild Weasel skill, which gives him a +1 against all sights. I specifically chose him to be our AGM-88 guy, but he needs to level up a few more times. We're going to be able to bring 8 with us on this mission. So let me move some of this stuff out of the way. So we have 1, 2, 3. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 for ECM pods. So we have 8 ECM pods. And I think that's all I have in the game. There might be more. And if there is, I'm just not seeing it at the moment. We saved Rogue for a big mission like this. Rogue has 0 stress, so he can come along, help us with some ECM jamming. I could bring Druid as well. This is a 3 stress mission, we said. It would be best to let Druid rest. But we could bring both of them just because this is such a big mission. And I thought about this last time. There's no harm in bringing more than one support craft, is there? I don't think there is. I think I can bring both, and then they're cumulative. I did this last time, and I didn't question it, but now I am. It's not something I do very often, because usually when I bring both of these guys, I'm trying to make sure I have one that's fresh for each mission. Oh. Yep, it flat out says that you can send more than one. It's just that you can't send more than one on different missions in the same day. And it said that their effects are cumulative. So I might want to do that. There are going to be a lot of bandits in the sky. Excuse me. There's no guarantee that there's gonna be a big deal tomorrow. So I'm gonna bring both Druid and Rogue. It's a great way to get them some experience points as well. And then since we can bring 8 aircraft, I am bringing all 3 of my best pilots. Now one of them has to be the leader. It's gonna be the one with the most SO points. So I'm gonna give it to Elseed here. And then we're gonna have Gale and Nordo. So the reason for this is I have so many noobs. They're going to miss so badly. We have to have people who can actually hit targets. And then we're also going to bring Boss and SWAT. These are our 2 Eagle strike leaders. Strike Eagles. The F-15E. They are both runway breakers, and guess what? We're up against an airfield, which is a runway. So that's going to be very important. And then I have room for 3 more. So maybe I got a little bunkers with my experts, but I don't think I did. We're going to let Gucci rest. He has stress. We're going to bring Andy and Bun Bun. These are both air-to-air guys, F-15s. And then I have room for F-16. Bishop and Stool are both stressed. So it's just a matter of which one am I going to bring. They both have 1 cool now. Stool and Bishop are both roughly the same. So which one do I want to level up first? Well, Bishop is green and Stool's also green, so that doesn't matter either. So I'm going to bring one and let the other one rest. Which one am I going to do? I'm going to bring Stool, because I know he's really good and I know what I'm getting out of him. So yeah, we're going to bring 10 of our 12 pilots. The 2 that aren't going on the mission is we have Gucci here, which is an air-to-air guy. He's going to lose his 2 stress. And then Bishop, way up here, going to lose his 2 stress. That's an F-16. So we have an F-15 and an F-16 resting. So we at least have freshness tomorrow. Like I was saying, because they're so low level, all their numbers suck. But we're going to dip into that right now. So El Cid has 2 SA, being the flight leader. That's important. And then his air-to-air is 4. And his air-to-ground is 1, 2, 3, 4. Also 4. Now that's against the target. That's not against sights. We got to subtract 1 if it's against the sight. Okay, Gale. Air-to-air is 4. Situational awareness is 1. Air to ground. No, air to air for Gale is 5. Air to ground is 3, 4, 4 against the target. 3 against sight. Okay, and then Nordo, air to air. Is 3. He gets a +1 on his first attack. Air to ground is 1 against the target. And then he has 2 SA. Now, it's safe to say that Nordo is more of an air-to-air guy. He really doesn't have skills or anything that enhances his air-to-ground. Now let's look at Bun Bun. Bun Bun is 0. Andy has a 1. And who's next? Stool has 2 anti-air. And -2 against the ground. And then Boss has 1 against the air. And 2, 5 against the target. And then SWAT has 0 against the air. And 4 against the target. Okay, so that's against the target, against the air, etc., etc. One of our guys has to shoot AGM-88s to take out the 3 sights that are on the bottom. Everybody else needs to worry about air-to-air. And then, of course, our 2 Strike Eagles needs to worry about inflicting 14 hits on the target. We can't take the Durandal because that's a special weapon. So we're going to have to use, remember, it's a weight point penalty of 2. This makes it 3. They have 12, so they get to take 3 weight bombs each. And then they're going to have 3 of them. And I need to grab another one here. And I'm going to do it a little different. I'm going to just put it over here to the side to show we have 3 of those bombs. Okay? So you can see a better depiction of how their loadout looks, right? So they're going to have 3 of the bombs. I'm going to skip Stool. We're going to jump to Andy. Andy is pure air-to-air. He has a weight point of 8. 3 of it's used up. So he's going to load an AIM-7, and we're going to use this nomenclature. Instead of me piling up the chips, we're just going to show that he has 5 AIM-7s, like that. I think that's cleaner. I like that. I still want to make a chart, like a grid, where I can just put these on, and I think it would be really cool. Heck, you can even make a grid where you have a place to put each pilot, and it looks like it's got an actual picture of the pilot flying. And then you can like put these where the rockets go. I think that would be really cool. Okay, then Bun Bun, same deal. Going to be loaded to the gills with AIM-7s. And we'll have 5 of them. Because it's 5, 2 wasted, and then the ECM. Okay? So again, I still have to choose who's going to shoot the AGMs. This is a -2 penalty. So I don't really think I want that to be the AGM guy. So I'm going to come back to him and we're going to do aim 7s with Stool, even though he has a skill that benefits attacking sites. But I'm going to give him the aim 7, and he will also have 5 of them. That's just his strength. We got to use his strength. And then Nordo here, no point in going air to ground with Nordo. That's against the target, so it's a -1 if I'm going against the site. And again, for Nordo, we'll do an aim 7 and 5. We're going to grab a lot of 5s here. All right, and then we got Gale and El Cid. Gale actually has better air-to-air than El Cid, so I'm going to give El Cid the AGMs. So we're going to do an AGM, and I need at least 3. Should I do all 5 is the question. I need 3. I am getting a +3 to my roll. I only need a 4 to hit. Some of these do have a -1 on them. So it is possible I can miss once. So I'm going to do, if you don't mind my arm being in the way, I'm going to do 4 AGM 88s and then 1 aim 7. And then we're going to get to Gale here. So Gale, I think we for sure want to bring aim 7s with Gale. And Gale has the best air-to-air of everybody. So do I just bring 5 of them, or do I help with the bombing? This is 369 hits. This is 369 hits, potentially. A +5 and a +4 is a really good. I mean, if I'm getting a +5, a 5 is guaranteed 2 hits, right? If I roll a 1, that becomes a 6. So that'd be 2, 4, 6 hits with this guy. If I roll a 1 and I add 4, I still get the 5, so that's 2, 4, 6. This is guaranteed 12 hits. As long as they don't get their munitions shot out of them. 12 hits destroys the target. 14 hits will overkill it, which is not necessary to get the victory points. And there's always a chance that of the 3 dice that I roll, that I'm going to get that 3rd hit. And I just got to get it 2 times out of the 6. I think these 2 guys alone are enough. So what that means then is I'm going to take 5 aim 7s, and then I'm going to change my mind and take 5 AGMs with our top guy. Because I don't think I need that extra aim 7. We got a lot of aim 7 guys. I might regret it, but for now, that's what we're going to do, okay? So that's my system. All the math is figured out, so we can just look and, add our stuff. Just bear in mind that all the air-to-ground numbers, except for Stool here, is against the target. Stool would actually have a -1 against the target. I was evaluating him to see if he can go after the sites. Because Stool actually has skills that get bonuses against only sites. The Wild Weasel skill. All right, we armed our aircraft. We draw the target bound event card. Destroying this mission's target gains 1 additional VP. Excellent. Then we place our aircraft. So where do we want to go when we grow up? I think I like my idea of coming in from this side. And then we're going to go on to turn 1. But we're going to determine and place bandits. We have to adjust air defense, and then we draw over target. Okay, so we're going to still draw 1 more bandit in the middle. But first, let's do the 2s. So we have a nasty one and a no bandit. Oops, I had a stress marker in here. That doesn't belong there. Oh, look at this. I got another stress marker in there. It's having a slow day, I guess. All right, and then we have a MiG there and a no bandit on the top. And that MiG is not a good one. It hits you really hard. We have a no bandit with another. And then we have 2 more. And then we have over the target, we get to draw 2. So it is 2 nasty ones. And then for the intel air adjustment, I draw 1 more. Another nasty one. Okay, so we're going to get attacked a lot. The good thing is I did draw 3 no bandits, which exceeded my expectations. But there's a lot of bandits on the board. Let me get them situated a little bit more. Move the sight away from the bandits. Okay, who's our threat right now? These 3 and this guy. Those are our threats at the moment. So we have 5 of them. We can kill 2 of them. We can't kill the other 3 at this moment. All right, I'm going to draw the over target card. Treat all damage results suffered from bandit attacks as destroyed for this mission. Oh my goodness. That's a horrible card. That's a very horrible card. Okay. There's no ER attack. Again, I hated the rule, but I'm grateful that it doesn't happen very often. And now we go on to turn 1. So here we go. So there are no fast pilots. Excuse me. But I do have SA points I can use to shoot 2 of them. And that I shall, because I think you should always use SA points to shoot whatever you can, because whatever you shoot can't shoot back. So I happen to have SA points for these pilots, which all have really good air-to-air. And I'm going to have Nordo use one of his, so he can go fast. And how many missiles do I shoot? That's a good question. There's 8 bandits on the board now. Oh, it's turn 1, so we would have drawn another bandit. 1 second. We drew this guy, who is not a threat. He's just a range 1, but he's another one added to the mix. Part of me is saying just shoot 1, because I'm going to need all of his missiles for future. But we have like all these guys that have 5 of them. If I shoot 2, the problem with it is then I'm only going to have 3 left. I get that. I mean, it's simple math, but it's going to take me 4 turns to get over target, and I need to destroy all the bandits that are going to keep coming up. And these are my best guys to do that. I'm going to only shoot 1. So I'm going to just take off the 5, replace it with a 4. And then I need a second guy to go. So I think I'm going to use one of these SA points. Now, I could have one of my weaker guys go, and then they can shoot multiple missiles. So that way I'm saving my best missiles for my best guys. And this is my weakest guy. He's a +0. Do I really want to give him a fast attack? I mean, if he's your weakest guy, I mean, I'm doing it just because I'm trying to be efficient with my missiles, but that's not the right strategy. The right strategy is to hit him with your best, which means I should go by myself. I will. We're going to go ahead and shoot my own rocket. You don't get experience points, at least not with any of the skills we currently have. Who does the kill doesn't matter. Okay, so as you can see, it's a +5 on the first one and a +4 for the second. And then this is a +1, that's a +0. So this is going to be the +5, and that's going to be the +4, which is going to become a +5. So we're going to do blue and green, blue being this one, green being that one. I rolled a 9 and an 8. I rolled plenty high, killed both. So the decision to shoot one missile was good. This is in our range for the slow step, but we're going to get attacked by 1, 2, 3 right now. So I'm going to do these 2 dice, and I'm going to grab, there's a red up here, and I like to do red, green, blue, old computer term. So red, green, blue, top to bottom, RGB. Right, so blue is ECM'd. The other ones are not, so the other ones made it through. This guy hits on a 279 and a 369, and if they successfully damage us, we get destroyed. So I'm really worried, and I'm thinking about spoofing them. I could enhance. Enhance and spoof cost exactly the same. I have 2 ECM jammers. So if I enhance with both of them, I'm giving them all a -2. So that means if I roll 10s, I'm still screwed. I'm going to just have each of them spoof. So that means Druid's going to go up to 4 stress. He is not stressed with that, but he's very close. And then Rogue is going to go up to just 2 stress, because he can spoof pretty cheaply. All right, and then we're going to do red and blue. Red being the top, blue being the bottom. I get to do a -5. Red is going after Druid. So that's a 1. This is a 9. So 9 minus 5 is 4. A 4 for this guy is just 1 more stress. So Rogue gets a 3rd stress. And nothing happens to Druid because he rolled a 1. All right, so we made it through that first round. And then now we're at the slow phase. I can only shoot 1 plane, this one. And this is where I will shoot with my poorer guys. So I'm looking at everybody else here. And I'm going to just have Bun Bun shoot 2 of his missiles. So he's down to 3. And remember, if he misses, I can just choose the next guy and shoot with that one. And there we go. I rolled an 8. That's enough to kill this one. All right. The 4, he would have added a +2. Yeah, he would have added +2 for 6. So that 4 also would have hit. Only because that +2. But yeah. Okay. So now we're going to fly. Oh, and then in the slow phase, my leader is going to shoot one of his AGMs. You know what? I had him shoot as if he had a missile. He has only AGMs. It was this guy that was supposed to shoot with a +3. So my apologies. And now we're going to shoot one of our AGMs. I was shooting an aim 7 from somebody who doesn't have any. I think my roll was good. I think I rolled like a 10 and an 8, so we were fine. Okay, so now it's time to shoot an AGM. I could probably shoot more than 1. I only have to kill 3. I have 5. No, I got a +4. So I don't think I need to roll, but there we go. We got a 6. This is a -1 to the die, but I destroyed the site. Okay, now I'm moving in turn 2. Same deal. We got to go fast to kill these 3. This one is now in range for both of us and them. And then this guy is going to move forward to be in range. So all of their pilots, well, this one's moving forward. So all pilots are now in range. And we're going to have to deal with them. And I have 3 SA points, so I can go fast. And I'm going to do exactly that. We're going to spend them for Gale, Nordo, and then I'm going to use my SA up here to give Stool a shot. All right, so, oh, hold on. We have to draw one more. It's a Yak 38. Okay, there's some really nasty hit you with a 2 and a 3. They're really bad. So I'm going to shoot 2 missiles. Do I need to shoot 2 with my experts though? My experts are really good. I mean, a +5 is an automatic hit. So Gale with her +5 only needs to shoot 1. So she's going to shoot 1. With a +3, I will just shoot 1. But with Stool's +2, I'm going to shoot 2 of them. And we're going to get down to 3. So let's figure this out. Gale had a +5. This is the worst one. Hits you with a 279. But it gives you a +1 shooting at it. This one gives a +0. So we're going to shoot at this one. I rolled a 7. This one's gone. Then we had Nordo, who is rolling with a +3, and he's going to go after this one. Oh, that was not nice. And I ended up rolling a 1. A 1 + 3 is 4. That is a miss. Man. Okay, and then I have 2 that I'm shooting. And I'm going after this one. And of course I roll a 10 with him. Because this one just hits you harder with a 279. But this is a 369. I mean, technically that's worse. But we are in a little bit of trouble. We were only able to take out 2 of the 3 that we were able to shoot at. And now it's time for some ECM jamming. So I'm going to just start at the top, work my way down, you know, like this. So let's start with this one. He's out. This one here. No, that one spawned. He's out of range. So that one's not shooting at us. That one's out. That one's out. Last one. Oh my gosh, we rolled like a monster. Okay, so now we get to shoot again. And I am going to shoot an AGM-88 to go to 3. And then we're going to shoot each of these with at least 1 rocket to drop to 2. This one's going to shoot 2 rockets to drop to 1. This one's going to shoot 2 rockets. Why not? I'm going to shoot 3 with that guy. Go down to 2. Stool will shoot 2 rockets and go down to 1. Why not? Right? We're going to go bunkers. So let's start. I'm just going to go down the list here. We have an AGM-88 shooting first. I need to take out this and this, but right now this is the bigger threat. So with the 7, sight is gone. Okay. Next, we have a +5 roll from Gale. Air to air. The worst plane that can do damage to us is this one and this one. We're going to shoot at this one. I rolled a 3, +5 is 8. That one's gone. Going down the list, I have Nordo with a +3 air to air. We're going to go after this one at the top. I rolled a 3, +3 is 6. And then he adds a +1, so he's gone. Next, I have Bon Bon, who I believe just launched 2 rockets. And we're going to launch 2 rockets at this one right here. And I rolled a 9 and an 8. That one's gone. Then I am going to launch 3 with Andy, who gets a +1. These both give a +2. I'll go after this one at the bottom. There we go. Look at that. That was a 1 and a 2. That 2, this would have been 4, and then it would have been a 5. That would have missed. Both of these missed. So I had to roll all 3 to get that kill. But we got it. And then with Stool, I think I chose to roll, yes, I'm shooting 2 missiles. This is the last bandit for the day. And we got them all. So we're clear of bandits. Obviously a new one's gonna launch next turn, but we're finally caught up. We're out of fast. We can't go fast anymore. So that was our slow phase. So now we're gonna move forward to here and start turn 3. So we got to draw a fighter from the airfield. And we got another one. And like I said, I can't go fast anymore. So we're at the mercy here. The one thing about my 3 aces is none of them are fast. JB was fast. JB would have helped us in this situation. Maybe JB's better than Nordo. Anyways, focusing on this, let's ECM jam him, which failed. So now we're going to see who he's targeting. So he's targeting Nordo, and he destroys on a 6. So I think I'm going to enhance. No, I'm going to spoof. Spoof is cheaper. So Rogue is going to spoof for 2 stress. Rogue is up to 5. And that means he's targeting Rogue with a roll of a 1. So we're good to go. Yeah, Rogue is pretty stressed, but I think we're going to be okay. All right, next we go to the slow phase. I'm going to shoot 2 of my AGM-88s, which puts me down to 1 remaining. I don't think I need to, but I could theoretically miss with this. I rolled a 10 and an 8. It's good as toast. And then all of our guys have missiles, but we're going to go ahead and shoot 1 with Gale, who's going from 2 down to 1. She gets a +5. That roll of a 1 really sucks, but it doesn't matter. I didn't even need to roll. It's a hit. Okay, so usual strategy. All of my air-to-air guys are staying behind. Only the Strike Eagles are going over target. And the reason being is there's going to be another bandit that's going to spawn, and I want to be able to shoot. Now, here's the problem. The bandit, if he gets to go during the fast phase, which he will, he's going to shoot at the Strike Eagles. But I'm just going to spoof him, I think. Yeah, I'm going to spoof him. So whatever draws, we're spoofing. So we are on turn 4, because we're over target, with only the Strike Eagles. All the air-to-air guys are staying back so they can use their aim 7s. And we drew a MiG-23. So first, let's try to ECM him. It failed, and now I'm going to spoof him. So we're going to spoof him with Druid, and Druid's going to go up to 7 stress. Both of my guys are high stressed, which probably not good, because whatever mission we do tomorrow, I'm not going to have their services. Okay, so we got that in place, and yeah, we got a spoof. I rolled a 10. Oh, I can ECM the other one, because a 10 minus 5 is a destroy. That's a destroy. If I take a 10, I can enhance with the other one, which would have reduced him by 1 and guaranteed that nobody gets destroyed. Because last thing I want is one of my planes destroyed. This is a beautiful experience opportunity. And then we're over target. I'm going to drop for SWAT, who gets a +4. And that 4 + 4 is an 8. And just to remind you, these missiles hit with a 358. I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. It was in some weird mode. But anyways, 8, 8, 10. So that's 3, 6, 9 hits on that. And then I'm going to drop 3 with my other guy, which is Boss. He gets a +5 to his roll. And that's a 7, so it's only 2 hits. 8 and 9, so this is 3, 6, 7, 8 more hits. So we said 9 hits plus 8, that's 17. Not only did I destroy it, but I overkilled. And I did have to use both of my spoof and enhance to survive this jerk. And then, of course, I can shoot a missile and, take him down. But I still have plenty of missiles left to deal with whatever this next event is. And let's draw the go home event. The go home event is each pilot gains 1 stress. Yay us. Okay. So the mission gives 3 stress. So now that becomes 4. And 4 is a lot of stress. Especially for our noob pilots. So let's get some of this situated here. All right, so we have 0 SO points, which is what cost us yesterday. This is, not target 8, this is target 7. And we spent 0. We have 0 remaining. We destroyed the target. We get 4 victory points for all this effort. But it becomes 5 because of the campaign card, and then this makes it 6. So we get 6 victory points for that, so we're up to 10. And we need 26 before we can even get off the Schneid. All but 2 pilots are going to get experience points, so that's glorious. We brought all 3 of our aces, so we're going to be able to give double experience points to some lucky pilots. So how are we going to do this? I didn't think this through, but let's start with El Cid. Well, also, this is going to move the recon dial and the infra dial by 2. So let's do that right now. So the recon dial moves up 1, and the infra dial is going to move by 2. We now have a -1 for hitting targets. Very good. Okay, let's start with El Cid. Okay, they're up to 4 stress now for this mission, so that means he's gaining 2. Who's he going to give his experience points to? We have Bun Bun, who is a noob. And Bun Bun has no experience yet. I'm going to give it to Bun Bun. Okay, next up is Gale, who's getting 4 stress, which turns into 2. And then Gale's going to give her 2 experience points to, we got Stool, who's green, with 2 experience points left over. So Stool's going to level up on his own. Boss, oh yeah, we need to give it to SWAT. We need to get our bombers up. I need to get everybody else up too, don't get me wrong, but the bombers also need some serious help. So we're going to give him some love. And then lastly, we have Nordo, who has 2 cool, so he'll get 2 stress. and give his 2 experience points to Boss, which is the other F-15 Strike Eagle. And I got little markers on them to remind me who's getting the extra experience. And then I'm just going to start grabbing their tokens here. Nordo, Gale, and El Cid. There's a lot of stress going to be coming out. Okay, next is Bun Bun. Bun Bun is the next one on the list. So we are getting 4 stress, and Bun Bun has 0 cool. So Bun Bun's going to take on all of it. And then as far as experience points goes, Bun Bun is going to get 4, which is enough to level up. That's why I chose Bun Bun. So Bun Bun is going to be green and have 0 left over. The 4 experience just to get the first level really blows. But Bun Bun is at -1 and is now +1. So that was a big jump. Well worth it, because now she has a +2 when she enters a battle because of her aggression skill. A +2 is way better than the 0 that she currently had for this last mission. Okay, next up on the list is Andy. Andy needs 3 experience points. I don't think he's going to get it. He has 0 cool, so he's going to take 4 stress. And I can only give experience to so many. So Andy's going to settle with 2 experience for the day and stay at the green status. Next up is Stool, who is going to level up. Stool is also green. I get 3 stress for the day, which makes it up to 5. So Stool's probably going to definitely rest tomorrow, but is going to level up here. So Stool has 2, and 2 more makes 4. So Stool is going to be average with 1 left over. And here we go. So you can see it's a 1, 0, 1 minus 3. And now it's a 1, 0, 2 minus 2. So we're slowly getting the air to ground better. The air to air is, of course, getting much better. Good job, Stool. Okay, next up, we have our SWAT, which is our Strike Eagle leader. We're getting 4 stress, so he's getting 3. And he's getting double experience, so he's going to get 4 experience points. He needed 3 to level up. So SWAT is going to go to average with 1 left over. And here we go. So he's 1, 0, 0 with a -1 in the area that matters most. And now he's 1, 0, and he at least has no negative number. So, and then he needs 4 more to level up again. So it's progress. And then the last guy we gave experience points to is this guy who is going to level up. He needed all 4 to do it. And he's going to get 3 stress. And he's going to go to skilled with 0 left over. All right. So average is 1, 0, 1, 0, right? Now he's 2, 0, 1, 1. So he just got much better. Cool and everything. All right. Very, very good for him. But we're not done. We have Rogue here, who is going to gain 1 stress because he has 3 cool. So he's very stressed. He's in the shaken range. So he's definitely going to have to rest tomorrow. He needs 6 experience points to level up, but he got his first 2 today. And then Druid here, same deal. Gonna take 1 more. And he's shaken and get his first 2. Well, actually, Druid went on yesterday's mission, so Druid is at 4 of the 6 needed. All right, that was a Bar's experience points and outcome, a great day. It was a very high stress mission, and I just realized something. Gail has 2,000 hours. Gail does not take stress from the campaign map, so Gail would have gained 1 from the event, but Gail has 2 cool. So Gail is stress-free. So that's where the 2,000 hours can really be handy, because everybody else has taken all this stress, and she isn't. All right, I started really late. I don't have a lot of time. I want to at least see the next target before I decide if I want to continue. If it's going to be a big target like this last one, I'm going to have to stop. But if it's something small, we do get to draw 2 cards. Everybody is pretty stressed. We have Gail, as you know, is available. Our El Cid has 2 stress, but he can go to 7 before he's even shaken. And the same is true for Nordo. So all 3 of our aces are ready, but that's the whole point, right? Is they're good enough to do multiple missions without rest. And then as long as I can feed experience points to my other guys, we can get them to where they can start contributing. And then I need these guys less. I do have that dude in the back there, Bishop, in the corner, has no stress because he didn't go on the last mission. And same with Gucci. So I have an air-to-air and I have an F-16. What I don't have is a big bomber. Both of them are 3 stress. Neither of them are shaken, but it would be tough to take them on another mission. The F-16s can do bombing. There's no reason they can't. They just may not be as good. They can't carry as many weight points. But that's why I'm curious what the next target's going to be. So let me at least draw them, and then I'll make a decision on whether I have time to do a quick one or... So this is artillery command. Lets us take 4 aircraft. Need 10 hits. It's a vehicle. So this is a Maverick situation. We can do this. Now this is where the weight points of the Strike Eagles would actually be a little better. There's going to be 4 bandits drawn. We're going to draw 1 because of intel. And then only 2 sites in the middle. This is a doable one. It's only 2 victory points. It's a secondary mission. Now that's what's crazy. Is like, okay, if I draw another one and try to do both missions, remember both of my support craft can't go. Everybody else can go, but they're stressed enough that I don't think they should. Like Stool and Andy are both shaken. Nope, Stool's not shaken. Andy is. Well, I know, JB, you would say there's no harm in drawing the next one, except the next one's going to be a scramble. This is moving the intel, or infrastructure and recon. I wanted to move the intel track. I do want to do this, and this is like a perfect second mission. Let's see what the other one is. It's an air-to-air only. So we could do a primary and a secondary. The only issue is the number of planes I'm going to have to bring to do this. Without ECM jamming, is I'm bringing 8 out of my 10 planes. And I just told you I have 2 that can't go, so basically everybody else is. I want to do both, folks. That's massive experience points for us, but we should probably check to see what the stress band is for these. So 37 and 13 are the two targets. So if we come up here and deal with the comic, 37 is only a 1 stress mission. This is the air-to-air. And then 13 right here is a 2 stress mission. So it's not the worst. It's not the worst. And I'm going to get to move all the dials the way I want to move them. Yeah, let's do this. So I'm going to do both. Do I have time? Oh, it is so late at night. I love my workplace. I need to give them my attention. Oh. Do I want to suffer tomorrow morning? Yeah, I do. Okay, let's do primary, and then secondary I'm going to set off to the side. Okay, so this should be, we can't bring any of our ECM jammers. This is a -1 turn, but it doesn't matter. It's 4 Yak 38s. Yak 38s I have a special cup for. We got them with the Japanese expansion. So see, these are the Yak 38s. They're all 1 range. And if you recall, objectives never leave the center. And so I was telling you how dumb this is, because I can just sit here with my aim 7s out of their range and shoot them. And they don't, the only thing that's going to happen is we're drawing 1 extra because of the intel. So I'm going to bring every air-to-air guy I have. So we're going to have Gucci, that's 1. We're going to bring Bun Bun for 2. And then I'm going to bring Andy, even though he's shaken, for 3. I don't need to bring Andy. I said I can let 2 rest, and I can let those 2 rest. So then the question is do I bring, no, I got to bring somebody who can help with air-to-air. So then I'm going to bring Nordo for 3. He'll be the mission leader. And Bishop for 4. Okay, every one of them is loaded to the gills with aim 7s. The only thing that's going to matter are the event cards and the intel adjustment. And I'm going to tell you right now that we're going to be able to outrange them and just shoot them like a fish in a pickle barrel. That's the thing with the objective. This is the easiest mission in the history of mankind. So anyways, let's get through the events. Select 1 pilot who is flying the mission to use shaken stats, even if they're okay. Come on. Bun Bun's a -1. Bishop's a -1. Gucci is a -2. And then Nordo is a +1 instead of a +3. Nordo has 2 SA points, by the way. I'm gonna let, we'll do Bun Bun. So Bun Bun's gonna be a -1. That sucks. But I think we're still okay. So then we're gonna do the intel adjustment, which I'm just gonna draw 1 bandit because that's what the target says. And it is a nasty one. So, so now it's our turn. Normally I would say we're just moving here and go into turn 2, but now that thing's attacking us. So we still have ECM pods, so we can jam them, which we failed. Now we're gonna see who he's shooting at. He's shooting at Bun Bun. Bun Bun will take a stress. So Bun Bun is now shaken. So I'm glad we made Bun Bun be the one that got shaken. So that worked out for us. And we're going to roll 2 dice. And I rolled a 1. So we're good. All right, and then we're going to go here. It's turn 2. So now we can go fast. So I'm going to spend an SA point to go fast. Nordo, this mission is 0 weight point loss. So we have 8 weight points with all of our guys. So we're literally sitting on 7 aims with each one. Nordo's going to select himself. And he's going to shoot 2 of them at this guy. Nordo has a +3 with the patch, which gives him a +1 on his first die. So actually, I only needed to shoot 1 because I get the +1. But anyways, we killed it. This is the threat that I was telling you guys about. So now it's just a pickle shoot. So we're gonna start with we have 7 each, right? So I'm gonna shoot 2, 2, 2, and then 1, because he's already shot 2. So we'll start with this guy. Bishop has a +2. So I rolled 2 7s. So this one's destroyed. And I got a special cup for this, so let me just put it back in the cup. And then Bun Bun has a -1. That is a 4, right? But this is a +2 for a 6. So we still got him. And then we have Gucci, who has a +0. That's a 9. That hits. And then we're going to shoot our last guy. That's a 9. Objective destroyed. So real easy primary mission. A little bit of stress with the one guy shooting at us. Bun Bun took the stress. This is a 1 stress mission. So some people might even lose some stuff. But the track that moves is infra moves by 1. And then intel moves by 1. And take notice, that +1 bandit turns into -1 sight. So that's going to help us on the next mission. And we do the end phase before we start the second mission. So let's get out our sheet. Like I said, really quick and easy on this one. 37 is the primary, and the secondary is 13. We have 0 SO to start. We destroyed the first target, and we're going to get 3 victory points for that, because we always get a +1. And that card is defeated. That was a perfect small air-to-air, easy air-to-air. It was a perfect one to be with a secondary mission. Like, you couldn't have asked for a better one. All right, Nordo. Everybody gets 1 stress, right? So Nordo here has 2 cool, so he's going to lose 1 stress after doing the mission. And this is good because I'm basically stressing out all my pilots. But these guys will be ready to go tomorrow, and even if I have to rest a lot of other people. Now, who am I going to give my experience points to? I have Bishop is green, Bun Bun is green, and Gucci is green. So they're all at the same level. Bishop is an air-to-air F-16. Bun Bun and Gucci are just air-to-air, period. It almost doesn't matter. I'm just gonna... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, Bun Bun gets it. So let's do Gucci first. All right, so Gucci, we get 1 stress. He has 0 cool, so Gucci will take the 1 stress. But see, Gucci can do tomorrow's mission, no problem, but just 1 stress. And then Gucci here gets 2 experience points, has 1. Gucci is leveling up. So it's going to go from green to average with 0 left over. So that 1 carryover experience is what did it for Gucci. Here we go. So 0, 0, 0 turns into 0, 1, and 1. So the SA is good because it's going to allow Gucci to get in that extra attack. All right, let's do Bun Bun next. As you can see, Bun Bun is shaken and has 0 cool, so Bun Bun is going to go up to 6 stress. And then going to get 4 experience points, so Bun Bun is definitely leveling up. So Bun Bun is going to go to average with 0 left over. That was exactly enough to level up. 001 becomes 102. So, well done, Bun Bun. Horrible name, but good results. And then last one is Bishop here, who's going to get 2 experience points. Not enough to level up. So he's 1 away. And then he has 1 cool, so he gains 0 stress. So he's ready for tomorrow's mission, even though Bun Bun is not. All right, so that was the primary. Let's see if we can whip out the secondary really quick. This one is going to take a little bit more. And then, oh my gosh, we destroyed an aircraft or airport, which was supposed to reduce the number of bandits on the next mission. So that intel air adjustment should have been less, I guess. I don't know. That's actually a really weird ruling. But, okay, let's do artillery command here. 2 sights in the center. It's a vehicle, so this is going to be pretty easy to take out. So we got a no sight and a really nasty one. I do get to destroy 1 sight because that counts, the fact that that moved. So I'm going to destroy the 1 sight, and then the other one, of course, is out. So we have no sights to worry about. We got 4 bandits we're going to draw. We need to get 10 hits. We get to bring 4 guys. I'm bringing my 2 Strike Eagles. And then I'm bringing my 2 experts. They're all going to load up with Mavericks. The weight point penalty is 1 with the ECM pod. That means they're going to, Mavericks weigh 2 each. Let me show you what a Maverick is. They weigh 2 each. They hit on a 7 or 10, but see, against vehicles, they get a +3. So it's a really good bonus. And since 2 weight points are gone, at 2 each, they can hold 6 weight points worth of bombs. So every one of them has 3 weight points of bombs. But I forgot, I'm drawing some bandits, so I need one of these guys to take out the bandits. So El Cid's going to do that. So El Cid has a +4 against bandits. And Gale has a +5 against bandits. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have 3 on him. Here, let's do this properly. We're going to do 3 on this guy, right? And then El Cid is going to forgive me, these are double-sided nonsense, so it's hard to find them sometimes. So they're both going to take 1. They can take 6 weight points worth of stuff. So then we're going to take some aim 7s as well. And what we're going to do is I can take 4 weight points of bombs and then still take 2 missiles, right? So that's 2 weight points each, and then this is 4 weight points for 6. Weight point penalty of 1 for the campaign for 7, and the ECM pod is 1 for 8. So we got missiles, we got everything. We're going to draw 1 bandit around. I know that this is taking up the board, but this is actually helpful. So let's do this in the proper order here. Draw the target bound event card. I forgot to do the over target on the last mission. No air-to-air strikes at ranges greater than 1. So we would not have been attacked. Remember the first turn we couldn't attack. We drew a bandit in the middle that attacked us. So I'm going to take 1 stress away from Bun Bun, because that's all that happened as a result of that. And then on the way home, when you draw target cards for the next day, treat any available target as having the secondary. All right, I'm going to hold on to that. Now we're on this mission. Let's draw. Remove 1 stress from 3 pilots of your choice not flying on this mission. That's excellent. So I'm going to choose... Well, okay, these 2 did not fly with us, so they lost 3. So they went from 8. I got to put the camera down, so apology if it moves. So they both are at 5 now. And then if I remove 1 stress from 3 of them and I choose these guys, then I can drop them down to 4 each. I'm going to do that. So 4. And then Andy didn't go on a mission, so he's going to lose 2 stress, so he's down to 2. And then Stool is going to lose 3 stress. He's also down to 2. And then I still get to pick 1 more pilot to lose a stress. These guys are losing stress because they didn't go on a mission. Or on any mission. So I get to pick 1 more to lose stress from the event. I'm going to choose Bun Bun to go down to 4. All right, I hope that made sense. I was combining 2 different things. There was the event that reminded me I get to remove stress, and then I realized, oh, the people who didn't go on any mission at all today also got to lose stress. And that was 4 pilots. We sent 8 today. These 2 didn't go on any mission, and those 2. All right, back to this. So we drew our thing, now we gotta place our aircraft. Since I got all this over here on the left, I'm gonna just place our aircraft over here on the right. So we're gonna keep the business away from the tokens. And then, as you can see, we draw 1 bandit and all 4 approaches. So here we go, 1, 1, 1, and 1. We got a nasty one. Yeah, we got 4 bandits. We weren't spared there. Okay, so then we're going to draw over target. Each pilot flying an experimental aircraft. We don't have any. And then our turn is 1. Okay, this guy can hit us no matter where we are on the map. And he's the furthest away from us, so I can't do anything about it. I do have SA points of 2 and 1. Nobody else can hit us though. So we're gonna go ahead and ECM jam him. I rolled a 5, which is no good. So who's he going after? He's going after Boss. We're gonna take a stress on Boss, which is gonna get him close to being shaken, which is not good. I rolled a 1, so we're great. 1 more stress would have done us in. Okay, so now we go to the slow phase. I only have, this is the only one in, well, I actually have 2 in range. Those 2 guys are in range. So we're gonna shoot 1 missile for each. This gets a +2, they both get a +2. So green is gonna be the one on top. And green is gonna be the +5. No, blue is gonna be the +5. So The blue for sure is killed. This is a 2 plus 4 is 6, 7, 8. Yep, they're both killed. Okay, and then we're going to move into here for turn 2. Okay, so now fast pilots attack. So I'm going to do something. This one is going to move in so he can hit us. This one can already hit us. Fast pilots attack, we're vehicle. We're in range 2, we can shoot our Mavericks right now. So I'm going to use both of my SA points to have them drop their bombs now. We're going to try to destroy the target before the planes can shoot at us, instead of trying to shoot the planes. This one is still out of range for us. So I have 3 and 3, which I could theoretically do 12 hits, which is more than enough to kill it if I do 12 hits. I could also use this SA point to drop 2 more. I think I'm going to do that. So we're going to use all of our SA. Let's start with El Cid here. El Cid has a +1, 2, 3. He has a +4, but the campaign reduces it to +3. The vehicle adds another +3. So we're talking +6 to this roll. And we roll 2 dice. So 2 plus 6 is 8. And you can see here that that's 1 hit. And then this is clearly 2 hits. So we just did 3 hits on this guy. And I know we have the hit markers, but sometimes it's harder to find the 3 than it is to just keep remembering it in your head. Okay, so we're shooting the same exact missile in all cases. So that one is done. Next we got this one who's going to drop 3 of them. And he has +1, +2, +3. He has a +3, which becomes a +2. And then this is 3 more for 5. So +5. So 2 hits, 4 hits, 6 hits. So that puts us to 9. We're 1 away. I'm not going to try to find a 9. We're going to just keep going here. Well, here, I found a 6. We'll put it upside down for a 9. How's that? That actually looks like a 9. All right. So this guy is done. Now let's do the next guy. And remember, it's we always get a +3 for the vehicle. But let me just calculate what his bombing is. Air to ground is 0, but targeting pod gives him a 2. The campaign reduces it to a 1. Then he gets a 3 because it's a vehicle. So this is +4. And remember, a 7 hits. So this is a miss. This is a hit for 1, and that's a hit for 2. That's 3 more hits. This is destroyed. So we did destroy the target. So now it almost doesn't matter what these planes do to us. So let's go, and we're going to do red and green. Red being the left. And we're going to ECM these guys. Oh, we missed with both. Okay, the one on the left is shooting at El Cid. El Cid will take the stress. I rolled a 4 and a 6. A 4 on this guy is another stress. So El Cid's up to 4. All right, that's not the best. Now the one on the right, roll a 2. That's El Cid again. So El Cid takes another stress. El Cid is going to have to rest now. He doesn't gain much stress from the mission, but he's definitely going to gain stress from this. And then we rolled a 4 and a 2, which is a miss. So El Cid's got 5 stress so far. We're more or less done. I mean, I do have 1 missile that I can shoot at this guy and destroy that. This guy is still out of range, but the target's destroyed. So we're just going to leave at the end of the turn. They already had their shot at us, so we win. It's all good. That was actually fun to be able to do both of those missions. Let's move these to the side, get our munitions off the board. get out our sheet, get everything out of the way. And, oh, we got to return. You may not purchase or equip aircraft with GBUs for the next day's mission. Well, those are special weapons. We can't purchase them anyways. So no big deal. All right, the second target is destroyed. We got no SO points. The second target is worth 3 victory points. So for the day, we got 6. So we're at 16 for the day. And the dials are recon and infrastructure. They each move by 1. So I gotta stand up for this. Come up here, recon is moving and infrastructure is moving. So no actual, I mean, they do both move, but no physical change to the board. That -1 site really helped us. Because that site we drew was a nasty one. Okay, El Cid and Gale, they will just give their experience points to, they'll split it between the 2 other pilots. So we don't have to worry about that. The mission itself is a 2 stress mission, and they're both at 2 cool. Now, Gale doesn't gain any stress because of the 2,000 hours, and Gale is still sitting here with no stress at all. El Cid, however, definitely has to El Sit out of the next mission. Now, as for SWAT and Boss, they're going to get 4 experience points each. So let's bring them out one at a time here. Let's do SWAT first. So SWAT has 3 stress, 1 cool. So he's going to go up to 4. We knew that was going to happen. But he's going to gain 4 experience points, which is a level up to skilled with 1 left over. That's excellent. All right, so I'm excited. Let's check it out. So he's 1010, and now he's 1022. So his ground attack is becoming quite good. Next we have his boss, who will go into the shaken realm. No, boss has 2 cool. He doesn't gain any more. Still needs to get some rest though. He's going to get 4 experience. He needs 5. So he's just going to get 4. Not quite enough, but he's 1 away from being veteran. So boss is doing okay. Once you get their air to ground up to +1, +2, preferably +2 or better, you can maybe relax a little bit and let them give the experience points to somebody else. But with the way El Cid and this mission worked, I mean, those were the only 2 to give experience points to. And trust me, giving experience points to the 2 heavy bombers is the way to go. It's also going to, you know, the more they level up, the more their cool goes up. So that's all good. So we're at 16 points. I'm very happy on the end of day 3. This is a 12-day mission, so 16 is great. We only need, you know, so at day 3, if we did the same pace times 4, right, we would have 64 points. We only need 56 to win, to get an A+. So I don't think we're going to get that many points this aggressively. And if anything, the stress is going to prevent us from doing 2 missions a day like we've been doing, like we just did. But it's a great start. That's all I'm trying to say. A great start on a campaign that technically I lost because I didn't have the SO points for that event. So maybe from now on, I still have to, like I could have taken away one of those runway breakers or something and just gotten the 3 points back. Anyways, I do enjoy this game. And even though it's different than Hornet Leader, the air-to-air is a lot more challenging. It's balanced well. I totally agree. I really enjoy the level up. I actually love the rules that I created for Ace. I hope that somebody from DVG can evaluate it, because I actually think that I designed Ace better than they did. Technically, they didn't publish any rules, so I don't know what they designed it to do, but I think this works really well. Anyways, I jammed through a lot of videos and didn't get to see any of your comments yet. on whether you like that approach. But this is fun. The Soviet reclamation is very challenging. I love the Strike Eagles. I want all my missions to be 1989 or better. I actually miss the planes from Hornet Leader. But there's some great pilots in here. There's 250 to choose from. It's insane. And I'm looking at like all the campaigns we still haven't done. So it's definitely going to keep me busy for a while. You know, as much as I was like, hey, you know, these Hornet Leader missions, I feel like I've played them all, and I did. That's not true here. So anyways, thanks for watching. Stay awesome.